Hello. Right, so today's new pedalboard day, I guess, so we're going to have a bit of a change round. So in brief, I think what we're looking at is that's going, and that's going, although I do love that. But it's time to have a change and replace it and see what we can do. So we've got, bearing that in mind, what we've got coming in are, we've gone a bit stram and heavy, so we've got that, which this is going to be used slightly differently. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? What I'm going to do is put that after this ditto looper, just because the other week when I did that live session with my mate that I have uploaded onto YouTube, I had a Boss DD500 that I borrowed, that just because I couldn't be arsed putting it on the board, I put it after the looper, and I thought it would be quite nice to sort of have delays after the looper, especially for like silly sort of delays and silly sounds. Like the DD500's got like a stuttery tap delay on it, which were great, and it was great just for adding a bit of like interest and sort of rhythm to any loops that you've got going. So this has some sort of stuff like that on it, so I'm going to bang it after the looper. I don't know whether it'll wind up staying there, but anyway, that's what's going in. And because these two drive pedals are going, I'm going to try that. Now I've had this and the timeline for a few days and I've been trying it out, and I have to say, although this is it's good, I don't know if it's my sort of thing. So I'm going to bang it on, and I'm going to wait till I go and have a bit of a do with my mate again, and then at least I can try it out with some volume and get some sounds out of it. But what I do like on this is something like the drive sounds, you know, like the rap type thing, which is great, but there's not really much use for that with the sort of stuff that we're doing at the minute, so I don't know whether this will be staying or not. So we'll see. Anyway, what else we got? We got that just because I fancy something stupid, really. I've never really used octavers before, and I also sort of thought, since me and my mate Josh are just playing guitars, he has a bass 6, which used to be mine, and I just thought it'd be nice to be able to add some bass frequencies in as well, so that's just for silly stuff. And the other thing I've got is turned into a bit of a Stram and fanboy, I guess, but these seem to be a nice little being the operative word, idea for some power, although it seems really confusing for me. There's this, and then there's this side of it as well, so we'll see. I think what I'm going to do is just mount the blue thing under the board and then just use that as just like a standard power supply type thing, just plugging it in as and when it needs to be. So yeah, we'll see what we do. There we go. Right, so I'm just starting chucking this together now. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is I got one of these bloody favourite switches, whatever they're called. I think this is a mini one because I got the wrong one, but apparently it should work the same. So I'm just wondering where to put that. I guess I got it to use with this Sunset, because then I can get like 3 sort of sounds from it. But what I'm thinking is I might just leave it off. I can just keep it in the bag, because I like to have quite a bit of space between them, just so I'm not, because I don't really watch what I'm doing when I'm sort of playing, so I tend to stamp on stuff all over. So I'm thinking I might just keep that off the board, and that means I can have these right up to the edge. Just gives you a bit more space in between them. That can sort of go right there, spread them out a bit. So yeah, I guess that's first balls up that I've made. But right, we'll see. See, it's too small to go in there or there. It's going to look stupid having it in there, but time leads are coming in and out. So yeah, decision made. It's going off the board. So next thing that I've ballsed up here is power. If I flip that around there, you see that. What I have at the minute is one of these. I think this is a K-line one. I've had a Joyo one before, and I mean, people slag them off, but I don't notice any noise. I've had the Joyo one I had for about 3 or 4 years before this, maybe more, gigged it, no problems with it. This I've had maybe a year, 2 years, no problems. So what I've done, I don't know if you can you see there? It's down here. Cable ties around it to keep it underneath, because I'm sure I could probably mount it with some brackets or something, but I can't be arsed doing that. Now this one is obviously considerably smaller. What we're going to do is sort of mount it in there. Can you see that? If I put that in there. In the sort of same sort of way, I was going to cable tie through, but because that's the you're in and that's your outs, they can't really go that way. So I guess I could, I mean, I'll do it this, but if I put it, I could do it that way, but stupidly I've not got any Velcro at the minute. So let's see if I can try and scavenge some, because that really, I mean, I want to put it there and the wire come out here at the end. So let's see if we can get some Velcro, scavenge it off something else and do that. So I guess we're getting there with a bit of the sort of layout now. I've just put all patch leads in and that. If anybody's bothered, I use whichever patch leads are cheapest, because I think any patch lead breaks. So you can spend all you want on your solderless and all that, but I just use whatever the cheap ones are, the coloured ones that you see there. So yeah, I mean, quickly it goes wah, tuner, and then compressor, which I never really turn off. And then we've got this because I thought it's probably best having it before drive, so it gets a cleaner signal. Whether that matters or not, I guess we'll see. Drive, delay, and then it goes sort of back this way, which is one thing that I'm not very happy about. I like to use that delay and this reverb sort of together. That's when I like to do sort of pad stuff. They're generally used together, so I wish they were next to each other. But never mind, it'll be right. Looper, and then as I said, timeline last, which that's another thing that's annoying because the cables come out here, and when I had that there, I sort of left a gap there for the cables to go straight out. But I suppose it's just a bit of a pain that when you're trying to get stuff in there when you're gigging. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'll get the power in, and I managed to look at this. Yeah, this is proper scumbag engineering. So I robbed a bit of Velcro from there, and we have got that. I'm not even going to try and pronounce what it's called. I know what I think it's called, but I'm sure somebody will tell me it's wrong. I'll move that over a little bit. So yeah, I guess it's not looking too bad. I'm not really one of these people that cares about having your power leads not touching your jack leads and all that nonsense. You know, if you think it makes a difference, then I love that you sort of get into that detail, but I genuinely just do not care. And especially by the time you start playing sort of gigs and stuff like that. But yeah, if you are into that, then I love you, and you keep getting into that sort of thing. So that's where we're at now. I guess I'll power it up, and then we'll try and get some sounds out of it, just make sure it's working. Right, so we are sorted. I've not sort of cable tied up down just in case it didn't work, but luckily I've just powered it up and it works first time, which is a bit of a first for me. So I guess we'll just quickly go through, get some sounds, and then when I've got a bit more used to it and stuff like that, I'll stick a proper demo up. But yeah, so I guess we'll just have a quick do. So what should we do? So if we start, I've got like the clon sort of mode on that Sunset to get a bit of reverb. And then I guess maybe we'll get a loop going, add a bit of a bass line in, and then I'll dick around with a timeline after the loop to sort of show you what I was hoping to achieve with that setup. Yeah, so let's see what we can do. There we go, that'll do for now. Cheers.